Hello there, you're welcome to the newspaper review here on TAF TV. My name is Eyo Keme and I am your co-host for today. It is yet another blessed week where we give Nigerians the opportunity to actually air out their voices in regards to the newspaper headlines. Alright, before we step into the streets of Port Harcourt to actually hear what Nigerians have to say, let's hit down to the newspaper headlines and see what we have for you today. Now, on the new Telegram, we'll be looking at the first headline here says, Naira abuse, lawyer queries EFCC over their prosecution powers. Now, lawyers are hitting it out that it is only the CBNs and police that have the power to prosecute people that abuses Naira. All right, details of that is found on page 14 and page 16. Now, sub-story under here says, we are not supposed to be on internal security operations. Details of this says military. Details of this is found on page 3. And on page 9, 10, 11 of the new Telegram, we are seeing 2027, hope for PDP as party National Electoral Commission approves framework for reconciliation and rebuilding. Details of that is found on page 9, 10, and page 11. Now, sub-story under here says, still on the new Telegram, we are seeing drama as another Kanu APC faction suspends Ganduje. And that's all we're taking on the new Telegram. Now, let's move on to the next paper. Anything where you put for your mouth. Right, on our next paper here, we're considering the nation. The nation here says, we will industrialize the Southeast by Ohaneze. Now, this is Ohaneze's group coming out boldly to tell every single Nigerians that they are going to industrialize every Southeast. Details of that is found on page 4. Now, on the sub-stories under here says in the nation, Senate Committee, Port Harcourt Refinery, ready before December 31st. All right, now this is the Senate Committee telling every single Nigerians that the Port Harcourt Refinery will be ready and should be very active on or before December 31st, 2024. Details of that is found on page 4. Now, still on the nations, we're seeing $1.7 billion trade in 1 week on official windows. Details of that is found on page 5. Now, this is in regards to Naira records gain. Now, still on the nation's newspaper, we'll be looking at page 4, which says editor's detention. NPO refers matters to media. Details of that is found on page 4. Now, that's all we'll be taking on the nation's newspaper. All right, lastly, on our newspaper review today, we're looking at the Punch newspaper. The headline here says, MFLS social programs. Banks withhold 135 billion naira CBN funds. Kaduso may order refunds. Details of that is found on page 25. Now, sub-stories under that, the Punch newspaper here says, Access Bank, GTB, FCMB, 6 others keep unused funds. All right, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
All right, you're welcome. Now, first we'll be considering on the Punch newspaper, the one that says federal government rules out 2,700 CNG, that's compressed natural gas buses and tricycles, May 18. Now, this federal government telling us that on May 18th, they are going to launch these buses. They'll be using gas in place of petrol. How do you see this story?
My brother, since I know this dispensation, even the previous dispensation, they've not been truthful with their promises. I could remember when Jonathan removed the fuel subsidy, there was something Jonathan brought up, which was called shopping, so as to caution the effects of subsidy removal. Though this present government kicked against it when they were in opposition, they kicked against it that subsidy removal was a scam. Then now he came, the first thing he mentioned on assuming office was the subsidy removal, without bringing things that will caution the effect of subsidy removal.
Just like the shopping we had in the past.
Yes, in the past. Like, look at me now. I know where I'm trekking for, and I know where I'm going to. Still trekking, due to the fact that I can't afford the transport fare, being the product of this government. So they're saying that they are going to bring 2,700 compressed natural gas buses. These are still political statements. If this thing now comes up, the thing will still go into their political friends. Yes.
It will still be to their benefit first.
To their benefit. Even first, and it can't be to the benefit of the common man. It is just for them.
At this point now, one will actually ask, how will we Nigerians come into using these buses? because they are yet to tell us how these buses will be. And how do they fit in Nigeria? Because this is them telling us that on the 18th of May, which is going to make Tinubu a complete 1 year in office. So is this like some kind of show working to this present government that they are showing to Nigeria that okay, in 1 year this is one of the biggest things that we have achieved?
I don't see any real truth in this. Tinubu's government is a scam. He himself has said it, that nobody voted for him, that seat is occupying. He bought it himself, so it's a scam. You importing these 2,700 CNG buses. Nigeria, we've not used this our bus before. Then who are the ones that are going to train us to use these buses? You can't just bring in a product which we've not used before and you expect us to start using it immediately. That means you are making us to sign our death warrant. There will be accidents on the road due to we've not been able to use it.
Generally, we know for the space of 2 months now, there have been some level of advancement in this government. Would you actually say as a Nigerian that this government is actually moving forward? The dollar has dropped and some food, they are saying that food substance have actually gone down.
It's a lie. Go to the market. The dollar has dropped well according to them. But if you go to the market, you find out that the price of foodstuffs is still on the increasing. Even Gary, last time I went to buy Gary, I asked the Gary seller, Gary formerly was 150 a cup. Why is it Gary is 250 a cup? The woman couldn't give me answer to my question. And I said, I thought people said dollar. Now the dollar has reduced. Why the prices of your items, why are they not reducing? They said those items are bought when the dollar was high.
So they still have old stocks there.
That is just it, my brother.
At this point, are we actually moving forward as a country?
My brother, there is no forward. There is still no forwardness. We are 100 kilometers backward, even still going. We are still going backwardness.
So as a Nigerian, what's your advice to every single Nigerian out there? How do we keep this present government at check?
My brother, there is nothing we can do because the legislature, they've bought the legislature, they've bought the judiciary. The legislature was supposed to be a watchdog over the SSs of this executive. But nothing is happening. You see the Senate president leaving the legislative chambers. What is he going to look for in Aso Rock, the seat of power? Nothing. The court process, you see how everything was bastardized. So in Nigeria, nothing works. The thing that would have been the common hope for the common man, they have leveled it. Yes, everything. So we don't have any hope. Me saying now that I don't see any hope. Only God gives me hope. I don't see any hope. So this present government doing anything, I don't see this government doing anything. This government will act like the previous government, where we were hopeful that something good will come. At the end of the day, borrowing, nothing to show for the borrowing. No infrastructure, no infrastructure development, no light, nothing. But the people who do give light, we give Mali light, we give Burkina Faso light, we give Togo light, we give Benin light. Those people, they are having 24 hours power supply. But we're giving them, we can't boast of 3 hours power supply. In Port Harcourt here, I don't know elsewhere.
It's fine, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
All right, I would like your thoughts on the new telegram that says Nigerian secures fresh 2.5 billion loan from World Bank. Now, this is our federal government telling us that they're about to secure yet another loan. What's your take on that?
Actually, a loan or no loan, we have been taking loan not even today.
Okay.
Collecting this loan again is not still helping the poor masses in the country. The poor masses in the country are suffering for common food. It is like Gary, because one cost is 3,000 naira. Tell me the poor masses, the money that collected from loan is shared within themselves. It's not helping any other people in the country. So for them to take a loan, it's just like they are not taking loan. It's not concerning us, the poor masses in the country.
And they are saying that this loan will take a span of 10 years to actually cover. So like the loan covers like 1%. How are we sure that this present government will not actually leave this loan for the next government?
They collected this loan to World Bank. What are they actually want to use the loan for?
They are yet to tell us what they actually, but they are just telling us that they are about to get get another loan. Now, for the question is, for the past years that we've been getting loan, has it actually helped Nigerians' economy?
It did not help any economy. It did not help any poor masses. The past dispensation, he's talking about loan, and they collected more than enough. Accumulated loan.
Let's actually consider the benefits of this loan to Nigeria. Has there been any form of benefit so far?
There is no form of benefit ever since the past dispensation. We heard about loaning, collecting loan. Nothing has had happened in this country. They think hardship, feeding, and everything in the country is higher than what they expected. I don't know the family that have 5, 6 children.
Obviously.
I don't know what they are going to do. The federal government, state government, local government, everywhere in the country, they don't have anybody. They don't save. They don't help anybody. The loan, I didn't know they actually think that they wanted to collect the loan for. The loan, they are collecting the loan. What are they actually use the loan for? So right now, by them to collect the loan, we the country, the poor masses in the country, we didn't even understand what they are doing.
Generally, as a Nigerian, in this government, are we actually moving forward or we're actually stagnant?
We are stagnant. We are not even going forward as end up. Nigeria is going downward. Hardship is higher than what we are expecting. Things is very hard. I didn't know what the committee of a Senate committee and the Senate president and the president are doing in the country. They didn't know what they are doing. The economic team in the country is automatically zero. They don't help Nigeria for any other thing. Look at the hardship in the country. Things is very hard. Hardship you cannot pay. Common food you cannot eat. Everything in the country is very hard. What is the economic team of Tinubu doing? Is it to collect a loan and share within themselves? They are collecting this loan and sharing within themselves. Because the poor person, we didn't know actually exactly what this loan will do. This loan is for what? They have been collecting loan from Buhari government.
The effect is not there.
The effect, no effectiveness. Nothing happening there. That's exactly.
All right, so let's divert a bit and look at another story. Let's look at this other headline a bit. Federal government rules 2,700 CNG buses. Now, this is federal government telling us that they'll be bringing a conserved natural gas. These buses will actually be using gas in place of fuel. What's your look on that? Is that a brighter hope for Nigeria, or we're still in a circle?
We're still in the circle. It's not a better hope for Nigeria. Using a gas driving in the country, where our fuel? We have fuel in the country from their papa before they came to power. Okay. Their forefather using fuel, and they come and use fuel. This gas motor using in the country, is it for who and who? Okay. Is it for the poor masses? Is it to work street to street and the major road in the state? Okay. So it is not helpful. Let us stop that. They tell Tinubu that the economic team of Buhari Tinubu are zero. Okay. They don't know what they are planning. Let them open border. Let them bring fuel down. Things in the country will go freely. When they open the border and also make the fuel scarcity come down, the transport and the food will be okay for the poor masses. The poor masses is not after their looting or their doing. Let things work in the country. Let food there in the country. Let we poor masses they see food to eat. So that the transport, how can you go to Goja to buy Gary? The only the transport to bring Gary come here is too high. Go other place to bring Gary, you cannot go. Beans, the same thing. Bring everything for the north, it's very hard. Because of what? Fuel. Let them bring fuel down and open the border. Everything in the country will go very well. Tell Tinubu that you should tell the economic team of Tinubu to do what? Do well. Yes.
All right, this is where we come to the end of our newspaper review for today. Now, you've gotten to hear what every single Nigerian had today in regards to the newspaper headline. My name is Eyo Okeme, and I have been your co-host for today. This has been the newspaper review, and don't forget to take care of yourself. See you next time.